Somewhat better. Okay. Today, Aries, justice, theme of the day. What is crossing justice, please? Cannot take that. That's falling out. This is a little bit awkward until I get my iPad mount and set up. This is going to be a little weird angle that I'm sitting at. So anyway, what is crossing? Ooh, that popped right out. There is death and rebirth. What is below? What energy is below? What energy is below, please? What is it? Whoa. 8 of Wands, and it came out like so, so it's going to stay. This is, I think, that the energy that has been showing up, the 8 of Wands energy that's been showing up in the readings recently. Something is changing with it. Okay, in the recent past, the Ace of Cups. This is a great deal of compassion. This is understanding. There's understanding that is happening on a very deep level right now. And, oh, the Hermit is at the top. There is still the feeling that we are in a sort of a solitary state. That's really one of the things that has come about due to the pandemic. And in general, everyone has been to various degrees in a state of solitude, rather forced. So the Hermit energy is at the top, crowning, still kind of sticking around. This energy is sticking around, and I just got the near future. Whoa, that wasn't the card that popped out, but that's all right. The 3 of Swords reversed. This is actually good news because there has been some really challenging, painful energy that is finally moving out. With the Death card there in the middle and Justice as the goal or the main theme. We're still looking for justice. So Aries energy right now. Aries energy, Aries as the energy. What do we have for Aries energy? We have the 7 of Pentacles. This is the things that you are working on, your resources, your real world action. It's still being cultivated and taking shape. Something that you might want to do is think about what your what you are wanting to grow and how you can shape that as it emerges. The Ace of Pentacles is great energy for this. You've got Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups, so you have a material and an emotional world. The resources, this doesn't have to be all material, but this is, the environment is good for the new start, the rebirth that you're experiencing. So your hopes and fears, 2 of Pentacles reversed, that clearly is, you felt yourself getting a bit of balance, and you're afraid that you're not going to keep that state of balance. And the outcome, please. That's too many cards. Put some cards back in here, and if they want to come out, they will. Shuffle it up a little bit. Okay, outcome, please. Outcome, please, for Aries today. Outcome, please, for Aries. Okay, we will take this. Oh, there's 4 cards here, but I said I would take it. Yeah, the outcome. Let's talk about this. We have 4 cards. We have the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the Moon, and the 2 of Cups. So, this feels like you're sitting in the energy. You have the Wands energy, the creative energy coming. Let me think about this a bit. The 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands really are talking about your creative state of mind. And I think that the things that you have been working on recently have been putting you into a place where you are looking for stability. And the 7 of Wands is you have got to the point where you have felt that you need to defend the things that you have done, the way that you have done them. And so right now this says that the outcome is that you need to pull in your energy to, it's actually a defensive thing, but it works together with the 4 of Wands, because there is, this is akin the Hermit energy. That's really at the top here. This person has fought some battles. They have gotten their project or their creativity, their creative output, whatever it is, their ideas, and they've had to defend those. So what they've done is they pulled inside themselves and created some boundaries, and that's why this person is sitting in serenity instead of in the traditional card sense, standing there ready to fight again. They're regrouping, and the 4 of Wands tells me that these boundaries that they are setting are because they are looking, they're feeling, and this is a common theme from recent readings, they're looking for some energy that feels to them that is family, and that is family in the sense of extended family, the people that you feel a kinship with, that you relate to, that you that understand you as you understand them, and you do not quite feel like you are there yet. This and the Moon tell me that you are going in deep to work on the remaining energy issues from this 3 of Swords that is passing. And the 2 of Cups, and the result is there's going to be some emotional healing, and you're going to find that kinship that you are looking for. It is still in progress. It's kind of a work in progress, as we all are. So underlying this, I'm not surprised to see the 10 of Swords energy, because you are walking away. This has come up many times recently. You are walking away from exactly this. The 5 of Wands energy is working in an atmosphere where it's not your tribe. Everyone is competing for something. There's a feeling of competition, of strife, of working at cross purposes to one another, and that is what you're looking to get out of. And the Three of Swords and Ten of Swords here are telling me that you have walked away from, emotionally speaking, this Three of Swords energy. You've processed that. So let's look at the other cards that are at the base here underneath this. The Five of Wands, then we have Temperance. You have been very patient. There is the Tower that is in this card reversed, or this reading reversed. This means that this energy, this death and rebirth, this is passing. It could be that there are a few things that are not quite finished yet, that the Tower may not be completely finished with you, and I think that that is what you're seeing here. You're still building this new energy, that you're still going within and finding that. So it may not be completely over for you yet. However, with patience, it will be. And then here is something that we've seen a couple of times in recent readings as well. The Two of Wands, this is reversed. So this tells me you have made a decision. In a past reading, this is a decision that you are contemplating, but you have not necessarily made yet. Thinking about moving your energy forward out of your comfort zone, which is this, the card that is sitting towards the corner, or the wand that is sitting towards the corner of the room there, and your energy, you're gazing out the window towards the future and your ideas, your dreams about where you want to go, what you want to do. Those decisions have either been made or they are holding, waiting to see what happens here. So this could be either one of those types of energies. And the Five of Cups is this feeling of loss that you've experienced. These cups have all drained away from you. However, you do have the One of Cups here in this card. Sometimes it is 3 and 2, and sometimes you have 3 cards or 3 cups that have drained. This energy is going down here. But I think that in this card, the more that I look at it, what is happening is you are seeing now that the loss that you thought it was, your energy, while it's being drained in here, this cup that is behind you, you are starting to feel to disconnect from this energy, and you're starting to feel this energy is coming back to you as well. This could be read 2 ways, because this card looks as though 4 of the cups have drained, and yet there's these 2, and I think that you've just realized this is energy that I can pull back, that there is still something to work with here. And I think that might be where that is going. And then this card, this card, the Hierophant, I think this is, in the traditional deck, we're talking about energy that is sort of institutionally, it can be priests, it can be like the high priest, it can be sort of a dogmatic traditional energy. And I think that this is telling me that this idea, turning it around into a new, fresh sort of Hierophant that is in touch with the universe and energies, that is where you are finding yourself to be more comfortable. So I will do a pull an advice card here. But honestly, I think that where you're going to go with this is you're going to find yourself in better partnerships, and using the new Ace of Cups, the compassion and understanding. You'll be able to look more into what has been going on here, so that you do get to this sort of partnership. And this also can be talking about, the Two of Cups can be loving yourself better, and that has been a really big theme for Aries. So what? Oh, okay, Judgment, and it's coming out sort of sideways. That is telling me this is what is happening is in progress. Some of the things that you're looking for in the and the Magician is at the bottom. The Magician and the World are at the bottom. So this is very positive. This beginning is really in progress, while the complete transformation, the soul transformation of Judgment, may not be completely done yet. It is well in progress. And you have the power of the Magician, which echoes the images in the Five of Cups, where this well of this energy, it's not only emotional energy, but this is all sorts of energy. You're building this new thing. You're going to be manifesting all of the things that you have mastered. One thing, we have swords, we have cups, we have wands, and we have pentacles. So again, as in recent, there is a balance of energy that is developing for you, Aries. And I'm really happy with this. And I will leave it there. There is probably more to be said about the cards, but if you wish to meditate on this layout, I'll let you come to some of your own conclusions there, because this, to me, is it's kind of a typically Aries layout, in that the Aries often gets the Tower. I think because Aries push themselves into starting things, there's always these endings, and there's always this this reinvention of the self that's going on with Aries. And there are the fire signs, I think, tend toward doing that. But there's a feeling that this is a balanced energy, and this is something that you're taking as you have dug through the pain. You've found areas where you can go even deeper, and that's why you have this, still have this, things are still in progress. It is not quite done yet, energy and feeling. And I think that this is super optimistic. And we do have the King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands reversed, which is kind of interesting, because it talks about you're going back and looking at some of the things to get to this, to the point where you can go back inside. You're looking at these things again. Let's see what else. Two of Swords. You've come out of the Two of Swords indecision moment, and the Star for the cosmic healing is also here. This is another one, the Eight of Swords reversed. This is, you've seen that now the idea that you are trapped is illusion. It's something that you've seen the truth of it. Now you know, and you are healing. You have gotten past the Two of Swords. You've made a decision. You see that the Ace of Wands is an opportunity for new, looking at it again in a different way, I think, is really what this talks about. And you do have the King of Pentacles energy, so that your pentacles here that are kind of heavy in where you are right now. You're coming from the energy of the King of Pentacles as far as your resources are concerned, and you're coming from the energy of the Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles to move forward. So I really like this reading. I know I said I would leave it there, but I didn't. So if you like this, please let me know. This is a bit of a different energy from what we saw yesterday, but if you are as transformed as it feels that you are, this will make sense to you. Thank you very much.